This conference will now be recorded.
Right, in the last session of Django, we were discuss about list view as well as details view we discussed. So how to work with list view and details view. First, we have seen already. Sorry, I think we have completed list view only. So we discussed list view, and today we'll see details view only. So details view means so to display only particular record, we can use details view. See here we have only discuss about list view. List view will bring all the list of records from the database table. So what records we have already here, these many records are going to display into the template only. So this is list view. And let's go for details view now. It is details view is used to display particular record to the user. Particular record means like ID number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is there. Any one of the record you can able to show by using details view. So to work with the details view, in this view section, same we have to use one more header file like library from django dot views dot generic dot detail import detailed view from django dot views dot generic dot detailed import detailed view. This is detail view. So let's go for view section here, and we need to prepare the details view clearly. So details view, I'm creating class. We are working with class based view. Student detail view. It should be inherited from detail view simply. And which model record do you want to get in detailed student model? After that, which template name do you want to provide? You can provide that. Default template name is it will create like the student underscore detail.html. Detail.html. This template name. But generally, to get particular record, particular student record, we need what ID. So generally ID. But in the detailed view class, there is a predefined property that is primary key underscore URL underscore kwrg is there. pk underscore URL underscore kwrg equals to. So I'm trying to do stid, student ID. I'm trying to do. This stid we need to pass in the URL section. In the URL section, now I'm saying here right now stu student slash students means will get complete detail, complete list view, and I'm trying to go with this one stu slash integer type, that is stid. So using this student ID, we have to call what detailed view, student detailed view, as we use a method. Now you can see stu int, what we can say stid, that is student ID, views dot student details view only we are using. So next after that we have to prepare what template. Using this details view class, we are rendering student underscore details dot html page. So this template we have to prepare student underscore detail templates folder, right click, go to new and html student underscore detail. So in detailed, I'm going to display so particular record student detail. I'm trying to say this is h3 section student details. So student details, how the way you want to display, you can display here. So I'm displaying with the h3 section. Default context is student dot. What details are they? Name, address, mail, age. Name, address, mail, age. Let's copy this one. like this. So once we set this URL, already we have set the URL, try to run this URL. So we are going to get only particular employee ID details. So before that, we need to go to terminal and activate your virtual environment. Yes. These are the activation. Yeah. Next, we need to start the server. Python space manage.py run. Once the moment when we run the server, when we hit this link, you can see first we are getting this page not found here. We have to go with what actually here. This is stu slash id. So I'm using stu. That's ID number one. Only student one details are coming. If I go for two, second student details are coming like this. This is about details view section which we have. Okay. Next, we will go with combination like list view and details view both combination.
Sir, can't we provide the ID number in the view section, sir?
View section is there no ID number here. You can say stid. This ID we are
Yes, sir,
passing
for
whatever
the
the ID
specific number, sir.
specific number that
Suppose
is
I
hard
want
code.
to.
No hard code that should not possible in this class based only because again we have to prepare the function and take the value. Hard code value we should not pass. The possibility in class based view we should supply the value at runtime that is views URL only.
Yes, sir, got it. Okay, sir.
You should not provide one, two, three like this. Again, it's second ID if you want. Again, you can come here and ID number change. That's not good idea. So that's the reason I'm accepting directly through URL. And one example I'll tell you. This is important. List view with combination of details view. List view with combination of details view. Same code only. Small changes are there here. What
Sir,
changes are there? We'll see this.
sir, if
Tell
we
me.
provide that ID with which is not there in the models or database means what happens, sir?
See here. Now you can see the ID number is not there. Request is 404. Not found it is. It's not an exception. It's not an error. If I go for 2, this is. See, I'm just modifying these details. So up to now what we have seen, you can see separate the details view and student list view is there. But I'm combining these details totally. Student list as well as details view. Both are combining this. How it will work, you can say this. But small changes I'm doing here. What changes are doing, you will try to see this in the URL section. Suppose here, what I mean to say, user should click the student name only. I need to provide the link for student name only. The moment when we click the student name, which student name he is going to click, that student details I need to send to details page only. Got my point? So user is sending with student details, and that student details need to be sent to the user details only. Let's try to work on it, and let me show you with the different views better, so that is clear. So right now model is there, model also I'm closing. Student details are there, student details okay. URLs let it be, and views I'm changing now. I'm trying to write some code here. Just a moment. Right now we are working with class based views app 1, views only. See here, I'm going to work with other names. Example, to display the student record by clicking on student name. This is possible with the list view with the details view, both combination I'm using now. First we'll go for details view. Okay, after that list view. So I'm creating one more class, student detail detail view 1. It's my class. It should be inherited from detail. Student detailed view 1, sir, it is. Okay. So which model you are trying to do? Student model. Student model. And template name, you can decide that. Template name equals to, I'm trying to use student detail underscore only. Same template I'm using. Student underscore detail dot html. This is the template name where I want to send. But here df get underscore context underscore data self comma, okay, star arc star kw arcs are there. What is this? I'll tell you. You know, according to Python language, star arcs means we can pass number of values to the function. Here number of values means number of records. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 records rather than 5 values. Star kw arcs means what, you know? One star indicates one star indicates keyword, other star indicates arguments. Star kw arcs means key and values. Key and values mean in this table, id is a key, value is 1, name is a key, sai is the value, address is the key, hyd is the value. That is the case. So I'm trying to send all the particular student details through this get underscore context underscore data only. Okay, student get underscore context underscore data. After that, I'm preparing context equals to context equals to. So even in the last lecture also we discussed this. Get super dot super dot method, it is get underscore context data. Again we have to use what actually, star arcs star kw arcs, kw arcs context. Next here I'm trying to give this context of name. I'm taking this context also we use sometimes. I'll show you where we use this all context. Self dot model means what? Student model. This model. Self dot model dot objects dot all. And I want to return this context. Fine. Next what I'm trying to create one more list view class. I'm just combining this student list view and details view. You can see this student list view 1 class space student list view 1. Okay, after that, which is inherited from where? List view. So we need to go for model common, that is student model. And after this model, template name is there. Template name equals to, I'm trying to go for student list 1.html because I already have student list, or else student list only. We don't have student list because my student list is there, no problem. Student underscore list dot html I'm using. Fine. So focus on these two views now. Okay, I'm executing these two views, remaining not. Student details view 1 is one view, it's a detailed view. I want to send the detailed of each student separately. But in student list view 1, I am going to display only name of the student list view, student list. So you'll see how it will work. But first of all, you try here. You can see two templates you have to prepare: student underscore list, student underscore details. Okay, student underscore details already there, no problem. Okay, so student underscore list is required. Let's try to create the template. Student underscore list. Student underscore list. In the student underscore list, I need to give here H2 section students list. I have to display each and every student name only, not all. User can click the name and he can go to that particular detailed of the student. So let's include the for loop here. Percentage for stu in student. Let me go for end for here. End for stu in student means stu in student means stu is a loop variable. Student list, sir, it is. It's a default context of student list. And in the student list, I'm going to use li tag. Li means list item. Inside the li tag, I'm using a tag, anchor tag, href, and I'm trying to create dynamic URL for every student clearly. Percentage URL. The name of the URL name is detail. This name you can strictly remember. This name I'm going to use in my URL section. And student can decide while clicking it this detailed, okay, student detail or detailed only. Okay, I'm using here student detail or detail. This URL name through. I need to pass the ID also, because which student you click on, that ID need to be passed. That ID record need to be displayed. Okay, that ID record need to be displayed. But look at this here. I'm trying to display what stu dot name only. User clicking on this name only. So when user click on this name, automatically it will, that name ID automatically will collect, and detailed it will go to URL. In the URL section, which student you click on, that ID will pass. That ID through we will get the details view only. So in student details view, I have already student details view section is there, student underscore details. So this is student name, student mail, student address. Let's set the URL so that we'll get clarity. Now I'll explain clearly. I'm setting the URL here. How to set the URLs? Simply, already students path I'm taking, stu I'm taking. Now here views dot student list view as view. Next, what we have to call detail view. So detail view, how to work with student or stu slash in pk I'm passing. Pk means primary key. Then views dot student list view. So here student list view 1, it is my, here student details view 1 as view. That's all. So focus on this one and this one only. Okay, stu. This is not. Now make sure that here we need to give the names clearly. Okay. So URL names also importance are here. So I'm giving name. This name is not required. Just name equals to student list. Here also I'm giving name equals to what? Detail. This is the URL name. Now I'll show you step by step what's going to happen. Okay. First, when we execute this, let me close all the database, all
Sir,
the tabs.
sir, in the
Tell me.
URL pattern, you have given same name. That
See,
std std.
so that what? Same name. Okay,
Maybe
okay, okay.
collision will
Yeah,
happen.
yeah. That's correct, because we have used already previous one. No, let me change that. That's correct. Here stid is there. I'll go for student. No problem. But this name is compulsory because this name is very important. This name through only we are going to bring the student details. So see here, when we execute this first URL section, when we hit this, automatically which we will execute, student list view it will execute. Student list view, where it is there, here it is there, student list view 1. And model name is student underscore list dot html it will go. When student underscore list dot html it will go. So student underscore list dot html, what is there, you can see this only student names I'm providing. For stu in student list, I'm displaying student name only. For this student name, I'm preparing dynamic link. While preparing dynamic URL link detail, along with the detailed link ID also passing, on which name of the student you are going to click, that ID will pass. That ID will call with what? Detailed view. In the URL, which URL address is having detailed name? This one only. Immediately it will call details v1 along with whatever we passed the ID from clicking on the name. That ID will come here, and this ID through it will go to details view.html directly, because we have written details view.html page also. Details v1 student details. Now that ID will pass now, that ID star args. Each ID is having key and value pairs, KWRs, from which model, student model onwards we are going to get. Okay, let's see this. We have to hit the URL what? First stu. After that, automatically when we click on student names, it will work fine. Let's see this. Control C, CLS, and run the server. Now you can see, click on this. Once we go for stu, look at the student list. I created all the names URL, dynamic URL. So click on Sai. Sai details are coming. Look at this in the URL section also, student slash ID number 1. Go back, Ram details are coming. Okay, or else go back, Krishna, Kiran details are coming. But every time I need to go, I need not to go back, sir. Can't we provide the same dynamic URL links also again after moving to my details view page? Yes, even we can also provide over there also. Let's see this, what I mean to say. In student details view also, we need to provide the names. So in the HR tag I'm using, in this HR tag what I'm providing here, so same details I'm going to provide. This for loop I'm providing. But observe carefully, while using this loop in the details view section also, the context name not student list. Because look at this, in the context details view, what is the context name? All student. This don't forget. Context name is all students only. Okay, this all students name only we have to use here, context name. Again we are providing here details with student name. And so why I'm giving this link also, sir? Because once you click on the particular student name, that will redirect to details view. Over in the details view also, what I'm trying to do, I'm going to provide facility to the user should not go back on the page itself. He can able to click on it. First time he can go to detailed view or list view. Next time when he click on this record, again student details are coming along with this. Again I'm providing dynamic URL links also here. Again click on it, click on it, click on it like this. Okay, this is the case. Click on it.
Sir,
So here
once
only
again,
you need
confused, bit confused.
see,
That detail
uh,
viewer, that detail,
see,
that
just a moment.
password.
When I hit this first link, where it will go? Student list view
In the
1.
list view one.
Student list view 1 means what is there in the student list view 1? Model student underscore list, it will go. Template. Student list dot html, what code I have? For stu is the loop variable, in student list is the default context, and I am providing dynamic link for each and every student name only, along with the ID user which will click on the which student name, that student ID automatically will store here. This will send to URL. The name of the URL is what? Detail. It will go to URL. the detail name here, no, that id, whatever you click on the name of the student, that id will go and stored here, and automatically it will execute details view 1. And details view 1, what we have written here, you can see details view 1, details view, student details page, it will bring what it
So,
will
so
bring,
one,
that I
one doubt, sir, here that ID how it is taking, sir. We are not mentioned here any URL that previously that
that's
how
what
ID.
that's the reason details view 1 will affect automatically. That is the internal storage area. Star args means what? ID 1. Star star KWRX means that ID 1 is having so many keyword arguments. No, ID, value 1, name, Sai, address, Durga, like this. This is KWRX. So this get context data is overriding with details view only.
Star art which star art which what's
Star
once
arg
again.
means it's a Python variable length arguments.
Okay.
In Python, we already discussed for my students. Star args means
Yes, yes, yes.
it's a
Sir, I know, sir,
variable
but
length. Uh,
it will
yeah, yeah.
what it holds, sir, like it holds that that number, sir, that ID, sir, it holds or any
That
other.
Yeah, that IDs number. See, context data is having all records, but user will get what? One record. That one
Okay,
already we are supplying internally. That one will call with the detail section. Based on that one, it will bring KWRs. KWRs means what? ID one, one keyword arguments, names I, second keyword arguments, address HOID, third keyword arguments. Like that, it will bring.
okay,
Hmm. So here, but context what I'm creating all student. So in the detailed view also, in the student details also, what I'm providing as per my convenient. So I should not go back to again list view and click over there in the student name. So I can provide the facility in the detailed view also by providing click on the
yes,
link
sir,
on student name. So that's what I'm just using this link again. So no need to go
yes, sir,
back again
understand,
and
sir.
again.
Thank you.
So you can just check with this STU. So here right now I am into list view. The moment when I click on Kiran, details view, we are landing. But if I provide like this here only, user click on here only. No need to go back the other page like this. So the which user name you are clicking on the link. This is called dynamic link URL. Dynamic URL section. That link through the ID will be passed automatically. Look at this in the URL section also, student slash ID number 4. When I click on Kiran, when I click on Harish, student slash ID number 5. This you can observe in the URL section of our page, student slash ID number 4, like this, student slash ID number 1. So this
Sir,
is the
it
case
looks like
actually.
a single page applications. Like we not
Obviously,
read out here, right?
obviously, within the same application, same page, we are not going to be going back another page. We are in the same page. We are getting the details and clicking the link.
Yes, sir.
So this is about the details view and what we can say along with student list view and form view and what views are there, sir? Here one more editing views are the important views. That also very simple, but I'll not discuss today. Today I have to go to institute early, so I'm leaving now. Just a moment. Form view is there, create view is there, and update view is there, delete view is there. These views are what views, editing views we can call it as editing views. So you can edit the records, editing views. These are all. These editing views also present in there from Django dot views dot generic dot edit import, like form view. Here we have to go with this form view, create view, update view, update view. delete view, delete view, like from django.views generic.edit, import form view, create view, update view, delete view. Same, we have to work on it because it's a type of editing. So we have to separate them. These we will discuss in tomorrow session. Okay. After tomorrow, we have simple topics. Mostly daily one topic we will finish it, and mostly within next couple of 2 weeks, Django only will be finished, excluding project. Again, I have to explain 2 3 projects. After that, we'll move towards REST API. Again, Django it takes minimum 2 weeks. 2 weeks means at least 15 sessions to 20 sessions are required. Only Django. After that, 20 sessions are required for REST API. 10 sessions are required for Flask framework. And every then we will complete this course. Otherwise, it takes minimum 20, 30, 40 days more from here onwards. If you want to finish that Flask framework, Django, REST framework also. REST API is important, but Flask also important, but take it light because that is not much more useful for you. But anyway, I'll conduct the Flask session also for all my full stack students. 10 sessions or 15 sessions maximum it will take. It's a Flask is a single page application. It's a micro framework, you know that. Anyway, we'll continue this topic tomorrow. You can use this link for next 14 days. This link will work.